How you doing? Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at our office stroke drone operation centre. So ideally this place is going to support us flying beyond visual line of sight autonomous drones. Why do we need a dedicated building for a drone ops centre? It's pretty simple. If you think about it, you're flying a docking station. I'll put it on screen now. So you're flying this docking station and you lose power. What happens? You lose communication. What happens? Well, not very good things. What we do is we build in redundancies into the centre. Battery power backup, generator backup, solar, multiple broadband, comms, Starlink, that type of thing. It's called building mitigation, well, providing mitigation, but building robust systems. So if one goes down, you simply use the other. This is the main reception. We are in Lancashire, I can tell you that. We will have a reception small desk here just to sign in, coats and whatnot in here for the pilots and staff. On this wall, let's have a big TV so you can watch GB News sat down there on your couch, or Sky or BBC if you're that way inclined still. Into the chief pilot's room. The chief pilot will be a position within the company where they will head up and manage all the flight ops. They will report to the accountable manager or the director of the company. Down the corridor of doom, which leads to my office. This is a talking point here. So behind this banner we have another building, and what we'll have in that is we'll have a backup generator for power and our battery reserve. Into my office, it won't look like this. Nice table in the corner, spin past that window quickly. We'll have a round table here, I think, for our guests and meetings, coffee and whatnot, some snacks, back out. I like my office, it's on the opposite end of the building. Straight through, past reception again. The chief pilot will be in there, all right, mate. Ideal position, by the way, as a gatekeeper for that front reception. I like that. Male toilet, female toilet, separate spaces. Yes, we like that. Kitchen, brew kit. And this is now the heart of the building. So this is going into the control room. So let's go in here and have a chat about this. That'll be a better secure door. We might have an airlock system, or we will have an airlock system. Nice open space. The first thing that hits you is how bright it is. And actually, that's no good for a control room, is it? Really? Because we're concerned about pilot fatigue and eye strain and looking after our people who are going to operate. These windows that we see obviously are going to be blacked out, so you can't see in. We'll have mirrored glass. Nice storage room in there. Let's just talk about this room quickly. On the back wall, we're going to have large TV screens. This is our screen wall. Behind that, immediately behind that, we're going to have like a rank of what I will call pods, or it could be a line of stations and tables. On each station, let's say there's 3 here, we're going to have 3 monitors and the IT and the computer. So 3 monitors per pod per station. You've guessed it, that's your flight station. That's where your remote pilot's going to work. The 3 screens will be used for stuff like telemetry, communications, emails, weather, all that type of stuff. But on the large wall, that's where we're actually wanting to stream the live video feed from the drone as it's flying. Behind these 3 ladies or gents, when you guys are properly trained, when they are properly trained, yeah, level 2 minimum, remote pilot competency, rank here, and a sort of half moon station here. And yep, that's where the chief pilot's going to be, and most likely myself, so 2 stations. If we have an incident, this incident can be as part of a incident management process. It can be part of SOP. Now we're writing that up. This remote pilot may continue managing, flying, obviously, their pilot in command. And then there will be input from the chief pilot supervisor then to carry on with tasks they can no longer carry on with, because obviously we're flying from more than one location, or they can take over because they may be a higher qualified, higher level, higher experienced pilot. They could, in theory, manage that incident. But we all know, as upon incidents, the phones go mad and you're speaking to clients and potentially blue light and all that type of good stuff. In a nutshell, what this building is doing is it's allowing us to present safety cases to the CAA, which is a regulatory authority, to demonstrate that we're actually meeting all our safety objectives and going beyond sometimes what they're expecting from us, certainly for sort of atypical environment. What it basically means is we're doing everything really safe at a high standard of professionalism, and that's marked and recorded. So we're meeting certain British standards, certain ISO standards, whether that's the building, entry, security, the backup power, the backup communication with fibre and Starlink. And then we're putting all this into a safety case that demonstrates how we will operate. It allows us basically to ensure that we've got continuity, what we call continuity of operations. So if one system goes down, we've always got another. It's not just about the aircraft flying around and being safe in the air, and we'll get into that in other episodes. It's how we're actually going to operate from this environment in our office space. If you're interested in drone technology and security operations, plenty more to come, especially the next video. I think we're going to look at our training school or training environment, and then we'll show you the Dock 3 and the autonomous systems and all the drones and all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.